Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through, and behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was rich, and he was seeking to see who Jesus was. No one seeks. But if Zacchaeus seeks, maybe he's already been sought. John 6:44, Jesus said, no one can come to me unless my Father who sent me draws him. John 12, I will draw all men unto myself. And when I'm lifted up, and he's talking about being lifted up on a tree. No one seeks, but Zacchaeus sought, and God rewards the one who seeks him. God rewards the one who seeks him with himself, right? I mean, if you seek God, what do you want for a reward? God! Right. If you want to be rewarded with something else, you're not seeking God. What are you doing? You're using God. Like a harlot, and you have a wall around your heart. And he was seeking to see who Jesus was, but on account of the crowd, he could not because he was small in stature. So he ran ahead and climbed up into a sycamore tree. Not a sycamore tree like our sycamore trees, but a sycamorea. It comes from the word sukon, which is the Greek word for fig, and the word moron, which is not the Greek word for moron, but the Greek word for a mulberry. This is a picture of a sycamoreo right here. That's a sycamore fig or a fig mulberry. It's a type of fig tree, the sycamine tree. It's the kind that the prophet Amos cultivated in Israel. The fig tree is a symbol of Israel and the law. Remember, Adam and Eve hid themselves in fig leaves and the tree. The only kind of trees that we know of that were in the Garden of Eden then were fig trees. So it very well may be a picture of the tree of knowledge and the tree of life in the middle of the garden that has become the city of Jerusalem in the Revelation at the end of the story. Jesus was crucified on a tree in a garden in Jerusalem, a tree we call the cross. It's the tree of law at which we realize that we have written ourselves out of the story, and it's the tree of life at which God writes us back into his story. We climb the tree and realize that we're out. God climbs the tree and he grafts us back in. It's on that tree that we die to ourselves and live to God, made in the very image of God. It's at that tree that we take his life and he forgives his life. It's at that tree that we meet Jesus, the plot, the Son of Man, and he calls our name, he calls your name, he calls my name, saying, come down, it is necessary that I stay at your house. I abide at your house this day. Your house is my city, my temple, my bride, my body. You are my Jerusalem. And this day is the Sabbath day, the day of rest, the seventh day. Your warfare is over, iniquity, Jerusalem. Your warfare is over and your iniquity is pardoned. So Jesus looks up into the tree. He saw and he said, Zacchaeus. The name means pure. No one thought Zacchaeus was pure, especially Zacchaeus. But Zacchaeus is no longer writing the story. God is writing the story, for God has written the story. Jesus is looking at Zacchaeus, and Zacchaeus is looking at the plot, the beginning and the end of Zacchaeus, that which is most true about Zacchaeus. No one knows who Zacchaeus is, but Jesus knows who Zacchaeus is. He knows who he is, and he tells him who he is. Zacchaeus, my clean, bright, pure, and shining one, come down. It is finished.